Honorable Ministers, distinguished speakers, and panelists, it's truly a pleasure to deliver some closing remarks for this session. If I look at the program today, one common thread has run through all of the discussions: innovation. So I'd like to share with you our experiences and approaches from the Asia-Pacific region. Addressing these issues is also critical to achieving our goals in APEC. 10 years ago, we set a vision of a seamless and comprehensively connected and integrated Asia-Pacific through a blueprint on connectivity. That visioning gives us a clear signal of intent. In this blueprint, APEC members agreed to undertake specific, tangible actions at the physical, institutional, and people-to-people pillar levels. Most relevant to our discussion today is our work on physical connectivity, in which our focus has been on improving the investment climate, enhancing infrastructure, the financing through, amongst others, public-private partnerships, adopting comprehensive assessment methods that consider key quality elements in the evaluation of infrastructure projects. This included tapping into APEC's considerable potential in fostering energy cooperation initiatives, including in the areas of energy-related trade and environmental sustainability. Like your discussions today, we recognize that the enormous investment required to address infrastructure cannot be from government alone. Tapping private sector investment is critical. For us, we've set goals for energy intensity to reduce overall energy intensity by 45% by 2035 compared to 2005, and we also aim to double the share of modern renewables in our energy mix by 2030 from the baseline of 2010. Again, that visioning is critical to setting direction, giving purpose, and a clear sign to investors of what governments intend to do. Our latest APEC energy demand and supply outlook, there is another factor there that increases uncertainty in our discussions. This is from the issue that everyone is talking about today, artificial intelligence. In our report, we project that the electricity demand will increase by 140% between 2025 and 2035. But this is an estimate. We don't know what it is, we don't know what the reality will be, and we don't know how we will be financed. But making it easier to do business is critical to facilitating investment in energy and in all aspects of the economy. Again, from a policy perspective, we're looking over the long-term horizon. Last year, we set a new 10-year roadmap for financial cooperation in the region to better respond to accelerating technological change and a rapidly evolving global economic environment. Our actions include, among others, collaborative efforts among members to promote innovation, mobilize private capital to emerging sectors, providing an enabling environment for innovation that encourages private investment in productive assets and emerging sectors, establishing sound legal and institutional frameworks or approaches for public-private partnerships, including efficient governance structures, clear project procedures, and reporting systems, leveraging project preparation support to deliver technical assistance, conduct feasibility studies, and mitigate risks to enhance project bankability and sustainability. The discussions here have been rightly focused on business. So let me share that from a policy perspective, when APEC ministers responsible for trade met in Jeju, they recognized the positive role of plurilateral negotiations at the WTO, including the Joint Statement Initiative for advancing issues of interest to members and to make the WTO more relevant today. And one of those initiatives is the Investment Facilitation for Development Agreement, which promotes transparency of investment measures, streamlining and speeding up administrative procedures, the establishment of focal points, domestic regulatory coherence, and cross-border exchanges, including information and the promotion of facilitation agendas that support businesses of all sizes, including micro and small and medium enterprises. Sustainable investment to ensure that investment facilitation not only drives economic growth, but also advances sustainable development and stakeholder well-being. I know your discussions today have been about business, but I share these examples from finance ministers, ministers responsible for trade, structural reform ministers, to demonstrate that advancing investment, innovation, and sustainable infrastructure requires a laser-like focus on coordination. Again, it's about coordination across our economies. So I appreciate hearing your concerns, and I encourage you to use all of the policy platforms that are out there to ensure that we can help you in achieving all of your objectives. Without that discussion, without that risk, the focus, we risk, as we heard during the opening session, that getting distracted by the noise will end up failing in our objectives. So with that, let me thank you all for the opportunity and provide you some perspectives from the Asia Pacific and the policy work that we do. Thank you very much.